What's the deal, people? Sorry about that. Technical difficulties over here trying to position my camera. What it is, collective. Hope all are doing well. You're having a blessed day, afternoon, or evening. Whenever you come across this reading. You already know if you watch me with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you watch me with any ill will or malintentions, all evil eyes go blind 144,000 times. Instantly, quickly, swiftly, you will feel the effects of all the hexes, the curses, the spells that you project. And if you are siphoning, my energy or anybody else's energy from this reading, you will receive karma quick, fast, and in a hurry, because you reap what you sowed. For vibe is so low. Don't do to others what you wouldn't want done to you or your family. Stop being a crusty, a crabby, a raggedy hand, Andy ass, miserable, bitter ass, bitch, and go heal yourself. Collective, what's the deal? Happy Sunday. Peace and prosperity. Ooh, I wish you peace and prosperity. Ooh, ooh. So we're going to tap in to see what we got going on in the energy. Remember, only take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't make anything stick. What's going to make you sick? This could be your energy. This could be mine. This could be somebody else's timeline. Collective. This is a collective energy reading. And to follow YouTube, I'm going to start saying this is for entertainment purposes only. So if you're entertained, please join in. Collective. So I pulled out some decks that I am already going to use so that I wouldn't go through the whole process of trying to find one. So we're going to get to the nitty-gritty and we're going to just figure out who this is, and then we're going to figure out what they're doing. So angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine white light, light attribute only, please provide me with insight. I'm going to bang this bell to remove all negative energies, entities out of my face, out of my place, and out of my space, including yours. So let's see. Collective, what we got in the energy. I don't know why I just heard the song in my head. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Somebody thinks it's just the two of us, you can make it. Somebody's thinking about you, baby mama. Somebody's thinking about you, collective. Or somebody's thinking about me. Yeah. Collective, who's in your energy? Wow. A mother figure is in your energy. Your mother, somebody's mother. Whose mother is this? A mother and a son. A mother and a son. Your mother, your son, your mother. A mother and a son energy is in your energy, collective. A mother, son, and a niece. No? Oh. Mother, son, niece, enemy. Mother, son, enemy. A mother and a son is an enemy. They're your enemies. A religious figure. Twin flame. You have a mother and a son in your energy, collective. They're your enemy and is a religious figure. What's up with this religious figure, man? What we got going on? Wow, twin flame spiritual occultist. A karmic friend. So this mother, son, enemy, religious figure. These people are religious figures. They go to church people. People who are claimed to be religious. All right, let's get into it. What about this mother, son? That's an enemy. These religious figures. What about this mother-son energy? That's the collective enemy. They're religious figures. What about them? What do we... Ooh. Precaution. You're getting some type of foresight. We got foresight, safeguard, caution, fail-safe, preventative, care taken in advance, measures taken beforehand to prevent harm or secure good. So you could have been getting warned. You could have been getting some foresight about a mother energy and the sun. That's your enemy. You did something. You took care of something beforehand to prevent harm from coming to you. From this mother and son energy. Synchronicities, yeah. You were getting synchronicities. The coincidental occurrences of events, especially psychic events. Unexpected events before it happened to present or indicate by signs. So this confirmation was spiritual occultist. Right here. You could be a spiritual occultist. You were getting foresight. You were getting precaution. You were getting warnings. You were getting synchronicities before it happened. Unexpected events before it happens to represent or indicate by a sign. Measures taken beforehand to prevent harm or secure goods. So you took something. You took care of something in advance. Some measures were taken beforehand to prevent this harm from coming to you before some type of unexpected event happened. So some type of unexpected event was supposed to happen. Maybe to a mother and son energy. So something could have been... Let me get this straight. Give me a second. Let me pull some more cards. Boundaries. Tangled. One more. Wary. So this is the same thing of you being... So, yeah. So basically, you were getting signs, warnings. You were protected. So precaution. You took some measures beforehand because you were getting some type of warning signs about somebody crossing your boundaries. Abound, cap, find, confines, and extent limitations. Somebody's in my energy that stutters. Mr. Stalker, Mr. Stuttering Stalker, can you please go? Because you're messing up the flow of my energy. Thank you very much. I can feel you. And the only time that I stutter is either if I'm going through a download and I'm speaking fast, or if you're in my energy and you obviously in my energy. So go away. Just go. Okay? Yeah, look, they left. They left. They left. As soon as I said that, just go. So, you took some type of measure, took care of something beforehand, before this unexpected event happened. And something was terminated with this bound, cap, confined, and extent, limitation, and termination. Something that indicates or fixes a limit or extent. So there were some boundaries that were put up. And now this person is trapped. They're tangled up in a situation. Maybe they have been implicated in something. They mixed up and very involved and caught up in a complicated, complex, and difficult, tough, challenging situation. This person is giving the appearance of a state utter disorder. So somebody could be looking like they're going crazy. Somebody could be stressed out. Somebody could be looking like they anxious, nervous, like there's something wrong, but they're not talking about it. And then we got wary, alert, careful, cautious, caution, cautious, conservative, considerate, guarded. You marked by keen caution, detecting and escaping danger. So this is the same thing as this one, precaution and wary. It started with precaution and it ends with wary. You were warned, you were alerted, you were given synchronicity, signs, symbols about how somebody was trying to cross your boundaries, and you put an end, a cap, you ended something, you terminate something. This person is limited from whatever they were trying to do, Whatever harm they were trying to bring your way, collective, you put it to an end. And now they tangled up and trapped in a situation. They've been implicated in the situation. Yeah, look. Temperamental. Somebody's mad. Frequently influenced by moods and especially bad moods. Moody, volatile, impulsive. This is somebody that's impulsive. They short-tempered. They crabby. They cranky. They a crusty, crabby, raggedy Ann and Andy ass, miserable, bitter ass bitch. So somebody's in their feelings, very temperamental, in a bad mood because they are tangled up in a situation and they've been implicated in they've been implicated in something, collective. And you escaped. They were implicated in something that you escaped from. This danger, this harm that they were trying to bring to you. You were the test and I failed. You were tested. This person was tested. Spirit sent you to show me love and I chose envy. This person envies you. Someone realizes they played themselves trying to play you. You passed your own test by not matching their energy, collective. So you passed the test by not matching this mother-son enemy energy. This is a masked rival. A masked rival. They appear supportive but compete in secrecy. Keep your focus on growth and not their games. So basically, someone realized they were playing the game with the wrong person and they failed. They were in a competition with you and they lost that competition. They were showing you fake love. I wish I never messed with you. This is somebody that they wish they never messed with you, collective. My life has been chaos ever since. Regret from the harm doers. Divine justice complete. Yeah. You were prevented from harm. Measures taken beforehand to prevent harm and secure good. Yeah. You got justice. Your boundaries offend me. Look, confirmation, collective. And this is falling right in between boundaries and tangled. There's no synchronicities, collective. The synchronicities is in following this reading. Hello. It says, your boundaries offend me. I can't use you anymore, and that's killing me. Resentment from those who lost access. Stand firm. You owe no one your peace. Yeah, so collective, they were trying to disturb your peace, and you put up your boundaries, and you put an end to something. They were unable to disturb your peace. They were unable to cross your boundaries. They can't use you no more. They were using you. This masked rival that was appearing supportive, but they were competing with you in the background. A silent manipulator. This is a silent manipulator that got themselves tangled up in a situation. They got themselves implicated. Subtle influences bend reality in your surroundings. Your clarity and calm reveal the truth. So somebody was lying in the background, manipulating shit in the background, and they've been implicated and caught up in a complicated situation. Because your clarity, you gained clarity. You got clarity. You were warned. You took caution because you saw the synchronicities and you put up some type of boundaries. And now this silent manipulator is caught up in the mix. The truth is being revealed because you're calm. So you being calm is revealing the truth. You became everything I tried to block. Every obstacle I threw built your character. Resistance made you stronger. You're unstoppable and their hate became your training, collective. Your silence hurts louder than my words. You stopped arguing and that's when I lost control. Detachment disarms your enemies. Silence equals dominance in this season. So you fell back. I feel like saying felt. Somebody felt your silence. Somebody felt something when you walked away, when you stopped arguing, when you stopped feeding into the energy. They were trying to block you, throw obstacles to you, but you kept moving. Somebody in my energy stutters. What the heliante? What the heliante? Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Hey, hey, hey. Jesus Christ. Whoever this person is has a bad speech impediment. Like bad. Really bad. Or they stutter when they're nervous. Either one of the two. But boo, you in my energy and ugh. So collective, you were tested you were the test and they failed. This person was supposed to actually be somebody supportive in your life, but instead they decided to compete with you. They decided to mess with you, and now they wish they never messed with you. Because you see the signs, you see the synchronicities, which made you put up a boundary, and it got this silent manipulator, this masked rival, caught up in a situation because you were warned, and now they're mad. They're in their feelings. You hear that ringing? I'm gonna stay quiet. That's the door buzzer, but that's not mine. That's the upstairs neighbors. The card on the bottom of the deck, it says, I copied you and called it inspiration. This is somebody that was in competition and was copying you. I took your ideas, your style, your words, and then acted like I made it up. Creative theft, imitation out of envy. They can't duplicate divine authenticity. So collective, you're authentic and they can't freaking duplicate you. Now somebody starts saying Rice Krispies, bitch, I know you a copycat. Let me find that video and you talking about Rice Krispies. Bitch, I'm going to call you out. Let me come across your video so I can expose you. What's snapping, what's crackling, what's popping, collective? What's Rice Krispies? What's Rice Krispies? Ay. Let's see. Look. OMG. 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 They are freaking copycat energy. OMG. OMG. Confirmation when I copied you. This is a counterfeit. This is a copycat, counterfeit ass person that's copying you. They're your replica. They're fake. They're an imposter. They're fraud. This person is a religious figure. They're jealous. You know why they're jealous? Because this is a person that goes to church. They pray. They supposedly praise God, and they're jealous because they like, oh, I go to church. I praise God. I'm faithful, but yet I don't have the gifts that you have. You a person that probably don't go to church. You're not a religious person. You're probably more spiritual than religious. And this person is mad because you're gifted and they're not. There's somebody that goes to church, they praise Jesus, but they're not really praising Jesus. That's why they didn't get these gifts, because they were not going to do anything good with them. And then they wonder why they're not gifted. Why God didn't give them the gift of sight. Why God didn't give them certain gifts. Because you're not going to do anything good with them. That's why. And you prove to God that because you didn't have what somebody else have, you decided to be a replica and a copycat and steal and become them because you were not satisfied with who you were and who you are and the path and purpose God placed you in. So you decided to be a counterfeit. Is that why you're mad? You should be grateful and blessed for what you are given in life. Point blank and period. Being greedy and being envious and jealous of somebody else's shit is not going to get you anything in life. It's going to remove shit in your life. It's not going to add to it because you're mad at the next individual. You decided to cross somebody's boundaries because you wanted to be a fake supporter and use somebody to copy off of. You a whole fraud, a phony, an imposter. And you a religious figure. And you somebody that supposedly goes to church or is of the church. So are you faking like you're a religious figure? You're faking that you're a religious figure. You don't even believe in God. You a fake religious figure. You're posing as someone that has faith in God when you actually really don't. You're just being a copycat to somebody that actually has faith and belief in God. You're a fraud. Yeah, they're going through some type of delays. Something is being postponed. Something slower than expected, moving slowly, or cause lateness. This person, this is what they were trying to do. This mass rival was supportive but competing in the background. And they were really trying to slow things down for you so they could compete, so they can copy you. Yeah, but you have balance, duality, so they were unable to cause any delays. Opposite parts or elements, light and shadow, yin and yang, good versus evil. This is a good versus evil type of thing. You're battling somebody who's evil. You're a good person, but you're balanced. You are intertwined with your light and shadow energy. It's one together. This is why their life has been utter chaos ever since they messed with you, because you're balanced. They attacked somebody that was grounded and balanced. Yeah, we got 7th house, partnership, quest for guidance, planet Venus, and zodiac Libra. I can't use you anymore, and that's killing me. Partnership, they can't use you no more. With the partnership, one-on-one relationship, marriage, committed, partnerships, open enemy, and business contracts, platonic intimacies, companionship, separation, divorce, personal, professional enemies, and lawsuits. This is somebody that you could have worked with, somebody you could have been in a relationship with, marriage with, some type of partnership with. They're an open enemy. You could actually know who this is. Open enemies and business contracts, platonic intimacy. This could be somebody that you had a friendship, romance with, a relationship with, a working relationship with, any type of partnership with. Somebody that you could have had a marriage, somebody that you could have had some type of one-on-one encounter partnership with. Somebody that you could have gave guidance to. Somebody that you received guidance from. But this is somebody, confirmation with the sirens. This is someone that's an open enemy, open enemies. And they try to cross your boundaries, but you put up your boundaries to this partnership. You stop some type of partnership. You stop working with someone. You stop getting guidance from someone. You stop being in a relationship with someone. Maybe you stop being in a relationship with this person's son, this mother's son. Because you got mother and son energy out here. So yeah. It says, it's a time to focus on committing to a partner, focusing on your partnership, or signing contracts to work with new business partners. This is what you're focusing on. You're building. Karmic justice. Deliver justice to those who've done wrong. Bring happiness to you and your loved ones. Yeah, this silent manipulator, you're getting some type of karmic justice. Somebody got tangled up in a motherfucking situation. Same row, same row. This enemy, this religious figure got themselves implicated in a situation, and they can have some type of court. Karmic justice. The finger is being pointed at them by a judge. This judge could be mad. This judge could be screaming at them. This judge could be looking and reading all the laws that somebody violated. Yeah, you're getting liberated, released, freed from bondage, tradition, contract, divorce, separation, and breakup. Again with this enemy, again with this separation and divorce. Somebody could be getting a divorce. This is somebody that you have some type of contract with, and it's been broken. You've been freed. They're unable to track you. They're unable to follow you. They're unable to monitor you. They're unable to follow you. Because your silence is louder than your words. Because, yeah, like I said, they're unable to follow you. They're unable to target you. That's coming out in the reverse. Track and target in the reverse. They're unable to target you. Track still in the bottom of the deck. They're unable to track and target you. Somebody made you a mark to shoot at. Somebody was soaring after you, and they made you a mark to shoot at. You were somebody's goal to be achieved, somebody's object to ridicule or criticize. They wanted to ridicule you and criticize you, but they could not. They're unable to target you. They're unable to get the targets. They're unable to, and they're mad. They're unable to follow you. You could have been being monitored. You could have been being stalked, tailgated. They were trying to triangulate you. This could be anywhere around your neighborhood, in your job, around the country, the world. So there's a map on here. Yeah. So, today's gonna be dope. Today's gonna be dope. Today's gonna be dope. Day. Dope ass day. It's gonna be a dope ass day. It's gonna be a dope ass day. Da 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 da. Today's gonna be dope. I don't want to use this deck. Da, 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 da. A dope ass day. Oh, I've just picked up this deck and it says death. It's going to be a Scorpio energy. But there's some type of ending happening. Freeing oneself, moving forward. Liberated, free. You're free to do what you want. Because you're divine. Ooh, remix. How you like that? 2929. 1111. What we got? Where we at? This reading is not going to be long. We're going to end this reading with this deck, my handmade oracle, my handmade tarot deck. We got teamwork, 3 of Pentacles, creativity supreme, reward for a good job done, focus on work and honoring skills, collaboration. You're about to come into some type of collaboration. These people were collaborating together, but you're about to come into some 3 of Pentacles collaboration, honoring your skills. You're honoring your skills and you're being creative. You're about to be rewarded for a job well done because you've been focusing on your work. 7 of Wands. Yeah, because you were standing your ground. Staying ahead of the competition, standing for oneself and defending your viewpoint. Politics. You're about to come into some type of creative project because you were focused on your work, honoring your skills, and now you're about to come into some type of collaboration because you stood ahead of the competition. You stood for what you believe in. You defended your viewpoints. Ambition, business, achievement, success, action, passion, and inspiration. Exactly. because you're very passionate. You took ambition. You're very business oriented. You're about to make some achievements, or you did achieve something. You're about to be successful because you took action into plan, and you're very passionate in what you do. You provide a lot of inspiration. Yeah. So look, this is talking about the Page of Cups or the Knight of Cups. So this is talking about some type of opportunity, unrealistic, kind, immature, or short-term love affair. Somebody thought that they were going to have a love interest. Somebody thought they were going to come in. Maybe this religious figure thought they were going to come in. They had unrealistic dreams. Somebody had unrealistic dreams and thoughts. This is a love interest. Somebody thought they were going to come in and work with you, team work with you. This is somebody who's immature, young. Also could be in their emotions. Somebody thought they were going to have a... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me read this differently. Unrealistic and immature. Somebody thought they were going to have some type of collaboration with you. And it was unrealistic. Also, somebody could have thought they were going to have some type of short-term love affair with you. And that's unrealistic. So this is representing the Jack of Hearts and Cups. So the Jack of Hearts represents the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. So this is somebody. There's a message that's coming in. So also, this can have to do with you teaming up with some type of love interest. You about to receive a message. Or there could be a love interest that's trying to approach you, but it's unrealistic. This is somebody that wanted to have a short-term love affair with you. Yeah, this is somebody that wanted to make some type of proposition towards you. This is somebody that's also young. And this is somebody that, or you could be receiving some type of message when it comes to whatever you were working on, this business. Whatever you were focusing on your work on, whatever you were on, whatever skills you were honoring, you might be receiving some type of message. This love interest. Somebody could love what you do, your work. An Emperor, Aries. Yep. Leadership, influence, stability, leadership structure, and solidity, strength and power, brave warrior, potential for mastery, authoritative force, a father figure, straightforward and aggressive, headstrong, and demands respect. This is a love interest, Emperor energy. You're going to be coming into contact with someone that's a leader. This could be somebody that loves what you do. A love interest in your creative supreme reward. Somebody's going to reward you for a good job well done. Somebody's going to reward you for focusing on your skills. Somebody that wants to collaborate with you. This Emperor energy, Aries energy. This could be somebody that's into the politics. I see Tower in the reverse. Aries, again with the Aries. So confirmation with the Aries. And there's no Tower with this person. We got the Two of Spades, Two of Swords in the reverse. Choosing between two. Refusal to acknowledge the truth. Withdrawal, possible communication difficulties. All right. Change in energy. This is somebody that's not going to bring you peace. This is a love interest. This is an Emperor energy, Aries energy. Somebody that could be in a leadership position. Somebody that demands respect. That's very aggressive, but they're unrealistic. They're immature, and somebody was wanting to have a short-term love affair, and this was not going to be peaceful. Peace in the reverse. Two of Swords. They weren't able to do something. They were unable to, so choosing between two options. Somebody made a choice and made the wrong choice. They refused to acknowledge the truth. So somebody's now acknowledging the truth. Withdrawal, possible communication difficulties. Somebody's having communication problems with you. Or if I put this here, this Emperor energy cannot be at peace because you're ambitious. You're going to have business achievement. You're going to be successful. They see that you're very passionate and inspirational and that you're taking action. And someone is not at peace because of it. This is somebody that was in a competition with you. You were staying ahead of competition. So this is the Emperor energy that you stood up to. Yeah, teamwork. Somebody wanted to collaborate. This is somebody that you could have worked with, a partnership. So it's confirmation. This is somebody that you worked with. You have some type of partnership. You could have had some type of a short-term love affair with this person. Ooh la la la. Ooh la la la. Yeah, this person is an imposter. 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 The Two of Swords is in the reverse, so this is the confirmation for this counterfeit. This Emperor is is an imposter. They're a fake religious figure. They're a duplicate. They're duplicating you. So this Two of Swords in the reverse is just confirmation. This is what this is. This is what this Two of Swords is, the counterfeit replica. So this is who this religious figure is. They were targeting you, and they have just a replica. They a copycat wannabe. Collective. They're heartbroken, or you're not. I came out in the reverse, so you're not heartbroken. Yeah. They're not at peace because you stood ahead of the competition. You've been standing up for yourself, defending your viewpoint, and you're ambitious, and they're no longer at peace, and you're not heartbroken. This is somebody that could be in a relationship that's, brace yourself for infidelity, that they're cheating, being cheated on. There's a lot of breakdown in the communication, a lot of misunderstanding, leading to rift, fights, and a breakup. Somebody wanted you to get into some type of rift, fight, or breakup. Somebody wanted you to be cheated on. Somebody wanted to have breakdown in communication with you, miscommunication with you, or people to have a misunderstanding or miscommunication with you that it will lead to a fight or a breakup. So somebody wanted you to get into some type of breakup or fight, divorce, separation, heartbreak, get into a problem, have drama in your life. And you're not heartbroken, you don't have no drama, you're not fighting with nobody. You're getting karmic justice and you're being released from this person trying to target you. Because you're balanced. And they were all here trying to cause delays by trying to replicate you. And they can no longer target you. You are no longer an objective, and they're unable to track you. They're unable to follow, monitor you, spy on you, whatever the fuck they were doing. And they're mad. They're mad. Look, supernatural in the reverse. They're mad because they're not supernatural. They're mad. Like I said, so confirmation with what I said. They're mad because they're not supernatural. They don't have no magic, no spirits, no ghosts, no invisible agents. They're not connected to the laws of nature. They can't see the existence beyond the visible. This is why they're mad. They're pissed off because they're not supernatural. I literally said that, and supernatural in the reverse was behind that card. They're upset, pissed off, in their feelings because you are supernatural collective. You are tapped into spirit, ghosts, invisible agents. You can see beyond the veil, and they can't, and they're mad. That's why they're jealous of you, because they're not supernatural like you. This is why they're mad. They're a fake religious figure pretending to be of God, and they out here doing spell work on you. They out here being jealous of you. They out here projecting on you. They out here collaborating with people, with their mama, a mama and their son. They mad. Confirmation. They mad that they are counterfeit, that they are replica, that they are fake, that they're an imposter. They're mad that they cannot be authentic like you. Yeah, narcissists are assholes, that's for sure. But it don't even matter, because this person you get and live, you're gonna be free from this bondage, from this contract. You're gonna get your karmic justice. If you resonate with this reading, you're gonna get your karmic justice from this mother-son energy that was trying to target you, and they're unable to target you. Look, Tower. They having a tower. An upheaval, unexpected change, disruption, danger, chaos, and collapse of the faulty structure. Dramatic end. Imminent or present danger. Somebody's in an imminent or present danger. There's about to be an upheaval and something is about to happen. An unexpected change, a disruption in their life. There's about to be a dramatic end for this person because of their faulty structure, their fake structure, their fake religious ass figure, and their fake religious church crew is all falling down. This fake churchy people. Not all church people are fake, but this bitch right here is a whole imposter, fake ass motherfucking bitch over here. Confirmation with the sirens. Synchronicities, baby. The synchronicities right here, live on my channel. $44.11 as I look up at the timer. Collective, I'm going to end this reading here. Oh my God, pull anymore. Let's pull some cards to see what you need to focus on. Because you damn sure don't need to be focusing on these bitch ass motherfuckers. What does the collective need to focus on as we end this reading? And some cards fell. Hold his own. Wow. The cards fell, and there was 3 cards that fell. And I'm going to read them. It says, take next steps. Hold yourself accountable. Prioritize and reassess your goals. Identify distractions and rethink your methods. That's what you need to do. Worried about? Celebrate. Expand your vision. Consider your narrative. Change your expectation and learn from mishaps and mistakes. And then you got identify expectations, search for motivation, review lessons, apply lessons, and reconnect with yourself. It's time for you to reconnect with yourself, celebrate, and take the next step. Collective. Look. It's time for you to reconnect with yourself. distance, know your talent, prioritize tasks, give yourself space, and create limits. It's time for you to get in the flow and clear your mind, reconnect with the world, get another opinion, and confront the discomfort. So learn from your mistakes, change your expectations, and confront the discomfort. It says define what happiness means to you. Bring light and play. Choose to see possibilities. Create realistic goals and feel illuminated, collective. It's time for you to identify your expectations, search for your motivations, review lessons, apply them, and reconnect with yourself so you could define your happiness and bring more light and play into your life so you can see the possibilities and create realistic goals in your life so it can be illuminated. It's time for you to celebrate and take the next step. Hold yourself accountable for your mistakes. Prioritize and reassess your goals. Know what you're talented in and prioritize your tasks. It's time for you to declutter your mind or maybe declutter your space. Look, separation is needed from addictions. Illuminate shadows, nurture independence, and share your shame. It's time for you to speak up. Stop being ashamed of your past, of your pain, of your struggles. That's what made you. It didn't break you, it made you, collective. Right? So talk about it so you can help the next person overcome their struggles. When you talk about your pain without being ashamed of your past, all you're doing is help somebody else that could be currently going through something, that could be feeling shameful about a situation, and you seeing you overcome something and not being in regret and not being shameful and still working on yourself and having hope and faith is going to give motivation to the next person. This is why I continue to still do what I do, whether it's a slow progress for me or not. I've been at this YouTube channel for 3 years, and it's now I only got 1,000 something subscribers compared to other people that's been on here a year and they got fucking, or less than a year, and they got fucking something K subscribers. Do you know what I'm saying? Just because my shit is building slowly, it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop, because I'm doing it organically. I don't have bots. I don't have fake people. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Slow and steady wins the race, collective. Remember that. Nothing fast lasts. So if you make fast money, that money gonna go as fast as you get it. You jump into a relationship fast, it's gonna be ended as fast as it started. When you rush into doing something, it don't last. Take your time, make sure it's right. Trust me, I should know. I got a lot of mistakes in my books because I wanted to get it out there and get it out there. So now I gotta reread all my shit to see what's got mistakes, fix it, and then re-upload it. But I'm gonna still sell them with the mistakes. Because nothing is perfect and nothing gotta be perfect. So collective, that was your energy reading, a collective energy reading. This could be yours, like I said, this could be your energy, this could be mine, this could be somebody else's timeline. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. These stickers gonna make you sick. And if you feel like sowing a seed, all my information is in the description box below. And anything that you need to know is in the description box below. Collective, I gotta go. I hope you have a protected, prosperous, and positive Sunday. I see you a little bit later. I'll do another reading a little bit later. Until then, enjoy your day. Bye.